Scott from
Oh,
Hey You
here he
Guys.
is.
We're recording.
Hey, how are you?
Hello. Good, how are
Hello.
you?
I'm good, thank you.
Hello.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
Isn't
Good to
it?
see
It's
you
been a
again.
while, Scott. It's been an
It has been a
absolute while.
while. There's
Isn't it?
there's a reason why we haven't seen each other for a year and a half. I wonder what it could be.
I wonder what that could be.
Congrats on the show, guys.
Thank you.
Once again. It's been I feel like it's been a long time coming. I spoke to you both in, I think, January 2020.
Yeah.
Months before we knew what was going to happen, and now here we are. It must be amazing to finally get to a third season, because by a third season, my friend always says it's kind of like the mythology. The characters, their histories have come out. We know a lot about them, and now we're seeing them kind of taking on new journeys. Was there anything that surprised you when you first got the scripts for season 3? Maybe Amy, I'll throw that to you first.
Yeah, was there anything that surprised me? I think that do you know what? It wasn't until it all seemed very kind of, we were talking about this before. I wasn't really that surprised. I was very happy and to see certain things and a kind of like things that I had guessed or things that I'd hoped would be in the script were in the script. So that was lovely. But I wasn't actually that surprised until I watched it. And then when I watched it, I was like, wow, it's so much more grown up. Like it's really kind of grown up a lot. Like the characters, they're really, really coming into like their full selves, and it just feels quite intense in a great way. Like it feels very like charged and grown up and like it's very, very different. I think it is different in a really great way, as like, because they are growing up. And also it's lovely that, we call them the grown-ups, even though we are also grown up. As in, the grown-ups. It's lovely to see more of them as well. Like Ncuti made such a good point about like, it's so important to see adults also kind of still making mistakes, and that you don't just get like really, really, really perfect and good at life the older you get. There are steps back, there are steps forward, and it's good to see like Jean, and as with her relationship, and it's very interesting to see a therapist in therapy. I think that's amazing to see that, and actually a therapist making mistakes, like, and I think it's really nice to have a lot of the grown up and seeing Mr. Groff's soft side and his vulnerable side, which I've wanted to see for so long, because it's like, there is a human in there. There is a kind of like a man with feelings and fears and everything. So I think it's been really, it feels quite grown up in a great way. Yeah.
And Ncuti, for you, I mean, we see Eric in a different place from season 2. Same with Amy. I mean, in the sense of, I know at the beginning of season 2, she, there's certain things that she was up to in the first episode. Season 3, she's up to stuff. But Eric is now dealing with having a partner, or at least hoping that this partnership and this love will go somewhere. That must have been great to play that dynamic with Connor, because the two of you have such great chemistry together.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting because it's not just like a boyfriend. He had a boyfriend. Eric had a boyfriend last season as well. This is like the guy that he's had his heart invested into for like the past 2 seasons now. And so, and kind of like really, he's really given a lot of space to Adam to grow within the relationship the past season and the season before that. So now that they're in an official open relationship together in season 3, it was really interesting to see like how that dynamic played out, because they're at such different places within their journeys, like their sexual journeys and their journeys towards self-acceptance, and they're at such different places. So I think it's quite high stakes for Eric this year, because it's like there's been a lot of like, we've worked really, really hard to get to this point. Like he's been really, really patient to get to this point. And what is it going to be like now? Like we can't, but at the same time, he just wants to grow and to flourish. And so, yeah, I mean, Connor's an incredible actor, absolutely incredible. And so it's always fun to work with an actor like that. But yeah, I get it's the next chapter in Arik and Arik. and Arik's relationship. It's like the next chapter.
Shouldn't your names be combined? Is there a combined name
It
yet?
used to be F off. It used to be F off because like F on Groff. And so F off is one of them. But Arik, maybe.
My time's about to run out, but I thought I'd seen everything in the show until they brought a goat in. Aimee, just quickly, in a sentence, what's it like being a goat mum?
I wanted that goat to love me so much more than she actually loved me. It was not an equal relationship. I loved her a lot more than she loved me. Her heart was with Lino. Her heart was with Lino, who plays the ex. And I just had to deal with that. And it was sad and it was hard. But she shat everywhere as well. But I love her. I love her unconditionally. She's my goat daughter.
There you go.
That's like what the show's about. It's about dealing with all the elements of love.
Exactly.
Sex,
exactly.
Guys, lovely to talk to you again. Lovely to see you again. Stay safe and good luck with season 3.
And you as well.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey,